Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Bees. In today's video, I'm going to discuss with you what is the meaning of business and the characteristics or the features of business. Now let's see what is the meaning of business. Business is an economic activity. It is performed with the main motive of earning profit. Economic activity means the activities that are performed by the human beings for earning money are called as economic activities. Here, as you all know, business is undertaken by a human being to earn some profit. So the main intention behind starting any business is to earn profit. So because of that, we are saying that business is an economic activity. It is performed with the main motive of earning profit. So the intention behind starting a business is to earn some profit. The next point is business is an economic activity involving production, exchange, distribution and sale of goods and services with an objective of making profits and maximization of wealth. Business mainly involves the production, exchange, distribution and sale of goods and services with an objective of making the profits and maximization of wealth. Here, as you all know, the producer procures the raw materials from the suppliers and he transforms that raw materials into the finished products. Why he is taking up the transformation of the raw materials into the finished products? Because he wants to earn some profit after selling that goods to the final customers. What he is doing after the production, he is distributing that finished products through some distribution channels to the dealers, then to the wholesalers, then to the retailers. The retailers are again selling that goods to the final customers and earning some profit. So the main intention behind doing all these activity is to earn the profit and maximize the wealth. Now let's see some of the definitions of business. L.H. Haney defined business as a human activity directed towards producing or acquiring wealth through buying and selling of goods. Here you can see, according to L.H. Haney, business is a human activity. Human activity is a general term. The activities performed by human beings are called as the human activities. So it is a human activity directed towards producing or acquiring wealth through buying and selling of goods. This is the definition given by L.H. Haney. Next, according to Keith and Carlo, business is sum of all activities involved in the production and distribution of goods and services for private profits. Here, according to Keith and Carlo, it is the sum of all the activities which are directed towards the buying and selling of goods and services. And the motive behind the selling of goods and services is the profit. So the main intention behind again doing the business is to earn some profit by undertaking the activities of production and distribution of goods and services. Characteristics of business. The characteristics of business are economic activity. The second is the buying and selling. The third is continuous process. Fourth is creation of utility. Fifth is profit motive. Sixth is creative and dynamic. Seventh is element of risk. Eighth is uncertain return. Ninth one is business is also a social institution. The last and the 10th one is art as well as science. We will discuss all these features in details in the upcoming slides. Characteristics or features is one and the same term. Now let's discuss in detail the features of the business. The first is the economic activity. Business is an economic activity because the main intention behind starting a business is to earn profit. So it becomes an economic activity. The second point is it is performed with the main motive of earning profit. A business is started with the prime motive of earning profit. So the main motive behind starting a business is to earn some profit. The third is activities undertaken out of love and affection are not included in economic activity because the activities which are undertaken out of love and affection are non-economic activities because the main intention behind doing those activity is not to earn money. So it is not included in the economic activity. The second feature of business is buying and selling. The basic activity of any business is trading. Trading means buying and selling of goods is called as trading. So the basic activity, business is basically started to buy and sell the goods to the customers. Business involves buying of raw materials from the suppliers and selling the finished products to the customers or the consumers. So business mainly involves what a producer will do. He will procure the raw materials from the suppliers. Then he transforms the raw materials into the finished products. Then that finished products, they will sell it to the final consumers. In this way, when he sells the finished products to the consumers, he will earn some profit. So business involves buying of raw materials from the suppliers and selling the finished products to the consumers. Goods dealt in business may be consumer goods or capital goods. The goods which are produced by the producer, it may be a consumer goods, maybe it consumer good. Let's see what is the meaning of consumer goods and capital goods first. The meaning of consumer goods is consumer goods are meant for direct use by the ultimate consumers. Means if a producer is producing something and it is used directly by the consumers like clothes, shoes, tea, sugar, all these things are the consumer goods because the consumers are purchasing those goods and they are directly consuming it. So that type of goods are called as the consumer goods. And the second is the capital goods. Capital goods are also known as producer goods. Why it is called as a producer goods? Because the one producer is producing that goods for another producer. So that's why it is called as the producer goods. Why he is producing for another producer? Because which are not intended for direct consumption but used for production of other goods. Like example is machinery. If one company is undertaking the process of making the machineries, that machineries are not used by the consumers because these machineries are used by other producers for the production of the goods. So capital goods are meant for the producers of other goods. So it is called as the capital goods. So goods dealt in business may be consumer goods or capital goods. The third feature is continuous process. It is not a one-time activity. Business is not started for a one-time activity. It is started with the intention of continuity. So it is not a one-time activity. If you are selling goods only once, then it does not constitute business. It is a continuous process of production and distribution of goods and services. If you are taking up some activities on a continuous basis, then it is called as a business. A single isolated transaction of purchase and sale does not constitute business. A business should be conducted regularly in order to grow and gain regular returns. So if you are doing a single transaction, if you are selling goods only once, if you are selling your old car, that does not constitute the business. If you are doing that regularly, then it becomes a business. So a business should be conducted regularly in order to grow and gain regular returns. Regular returns in the form of profit. Let's see the example. If a person sells his old car to purchase a new car is not a business, though the seller gets money in exchange. If a person is selling his old car to purchase some other car, some new car, then that transaction is not called as a business. But if a person opens a shop and he sells the cars on a regular basis, then he is doing a business. Therefore, regularity in dealings is an essential feature of business. So, if transactions or the dealings are continuous, then it is called as a business. The fourth point is creation of utilities. What is the meaning of utility? The want satisfying quality in a good is called utility. If a good is having the quality or the power to satisfy the wants of the consumers, then it is called as the utility. Business adds time, place, form, and position utilities to different types of goods. How the business is adding time, place, form, and position utilities to different types of goods. Let's first see how it is creating the time utility. It makes goods available for use in future through storage in warehouses. The goods are not consumed at the same time when it is produced. It is consumed at a future date. So what the producer is doing, he is storing the produced goods in the warehouses to be used by the customer in future. In this way, what it is doing, it is creating the time utility to the good. The next is place utility. It carries goods from the place of production to the place of consumption. The goods are not consumed at the same place where it is produced. So, the producer is carrying the goods from the place of production and it is making available the goods to the final consumer at the place where it is purchased by the consumer. So, in this way, what the producer is doing, he is creating the place utility to the goods. Business enables people to satisfy their wants more effectively and economically. How? By creating different types of utilities to different types of goods, it is helping the customers to use their money more effectively and economically and satisfy their wants. The fifth and the most important characteristics of business is profit motive. As we all know that the main motive behind starting any business is to earn the profit. So it is the primary objective. Primary means it is the basic objective of any business to earn the profit. The main driving force behind any economic activity is to earn money. As we have said that business is an economic activity, and the economic activities are those activities which are undertaken by the human beings to earn the money. So the main driving force behind any economic activity is to earn the money, and business is an economic activity. Profits are essential for both survival and growth of business. When a businessman is starting any business, he needs profit for the survival because he is investing some money in that business. If he has to survive, then he has to get some profits, and the profits are necessary for both survival and also for the growth of the business. If he want to expand his business activities, then for that also the profits are very much important. So profits are essential for both survival and also for the growth of the business. The sixth feature is creative and dynamic. In the present modern world, business are creative and dynamic in nature. Because if you are starting a new business, then you will find many competitors in the market. So how you can compete in the market with the competitors? You have to be very creative and dynamic to survive in the market of the competition. So business needs to be very creative and dynamic in nature. Business firm has to come out with creative ideas, approaches and concepts for production and distribution of goods and services. The business firm has to come out with the creative ideas, different ideas than their competitors. They have to adopt some approaches and concepts for production and also for the distribution. Production, when they are producing the goods, what they have to do, they have to produce the goods better than their competitors. In that way only they can survive in the market. And how they have to use different and creative distribution channels for their goods and services to reach the final consumers. They have to make available their goods in every market. In this way, they can compete with their competitors. It means to bring things in fresh, new and inventive way. How they can bring the things in fresh, new and inventive way? They have to change the packaging of the goods. They have to add some features to the goods. Then only their goods will look more attractive, more appealing to the consumers. They have to update their products time to time. They can't keep the same goods for number of years. They have to change the goods, the packaging, the features. They have to add some new features to the goods. They have to come up with the new packaging, and they have to reduce the prices. In this way, they can attract more consumers than their competitors. The seventh feature is element of risk. What is the meaning of risk? The possibility of incurring loss is termed as risk. As we all know, in business, the businessman can earn the profit or he may suffer the losses. So, the possibility or the chance of incurring such losses is called as a risk. Profit is reward for assuming risk. Why a businessman is taking up the activities in which the risk is involved? Because he is expecting a profit for assuming that risk. He is taking a risk. He may earn the profit or he may suffer the losses, but still he is carrying those activities. So the profit is the reward for that risk. The possibility of loss is inherent in business. Every person know that if he starts a business, there is a possibility of both, that he may earn the profit or he may incur the losses, but still he is carrying the activities that he may earn the profit. So in the course of the business he may suffer the losses also. So there is a possibility of loss in every business. There are two types of risk in business. When we are saying risk, then again these risk is divided into two types. The first type of risk is one whose probability can be calculated and can be insured, like losses due to fire, theft, flood, etc. When a businessman is starting the activities of the business, what he will do? First, he will take up the insurance against some of the losses. The losses like fire, theft, flood, these type of possibilities can be insured against. The businessman can take up the insurance against these types of losses. So these type of probability can be calculated. The second is and the other whose probability cannot be calculated and which cannot be insured against. The second type is in which the probability cannot be calculated, like the changing technology. As we all know, in today's modern world, the technology is changing every day. So the businessman cannot insure himself against this type of risk, against changing technology and fall in demand. The demand for his goods may fall at any time. So this type of losses cannot be insured by the businessman. So there is a risk involved in conducting a business. The eighth point is uncertain return. Businessmen invest huge capital in their business to extract profit. What is the meaning of uncertain return? Uncertain return means when the return is not fixed, when we are not getting a fixed amount of money every month, then we are saying it as an uncertain return. In case of employment, a person is getting a fixed amount of salary every month, then the return is certain in case of employment. But in case of business, the person or the businessman may earn different amount of profit. The businessman invests huge capital in their business to extract profit. When a person is starting a business, he has to invest capital to start a business. Why he is investing the capital? Because he wants to earn some profit. But the profit is not fixed. But as we discussed above about the risk involved in the business, it is very uncertain as to what amount the profit will be earned. In the last seventh point, we have discussed about the element of risk involved in a business. When the risk is involved, the profit that the businessman is earning is uncertain. That is, it is not fixed. He may earn different amount of profit in different months. So the profit or the return is uncertain in case of business. Sometimes there are situations where there is no profit. The businessman may earn the profit or he may incur the losses, but there is a another situation. The third situation is when the businessman is not, either he is neither he is earning the profit nor he is incurring the losses. That point is called as the point of equilibrium, because he is not gaining or he is not losing anything. So in some cases, in some situation, there is no profit in case of business. So we are calling it as an uncertain return. The ninth point is business is a social institution. Business is a socio-economic activity. As we all know, we call business as an economic activity because it is existing to earn the money. But it is called as a socio-economic because it is existing in a society and it has some responsibility towards the society in which it is existing. That's why it is called as a socio-economic activity. Both business and society are interdependent. Because the business is existing in a society, it is taking the scarce resources from the society, and in return the society is dependent on the business because it is improving the living standard of people by providing them the basic necessities of their life. So both business and society are interdependent on each other. Business has some responsibility towards society. Why a business has a responsibility towards a society? Because it is existing in a society. It is a member of the society. So, and it is taking all the scarce resources from the society. So, it has some responsibility towards the society. It helps to improve the living standard of people through effective utilization of scarce resources of the society. What the business is doing, it is taking up the different resources of the society like the raw material, material, machinery, money from the society, and in return it is using those resources effectively to improve the living standard of the people. It is providing people with basic necessities. So it is helping the society, it is helping the people of the society to improve their living standard. In this way, the business is called as a social institution. Last but not the least is business is art as well as science. Business is both an art as well as science. How it is called as an art? It is an art as it requires personal skills and experience. Every person cannot start a business because a person requires certain skills and also experience. If a person wants to start a business, then he has to get some experience in that field. Then only he can start a business. And he has to learn the skills of business, of running a business. So in this way, the business is an art. It is science because it is based on certain principles and laws. Every business has certain principles and laws. In this way, a business is called as an art as well as a science. I hope you understood the topic of the meaning of business and characteristics of business. If you understood the topic, if you like the topic, then please do like, share, and subscribe to Commerce Biz. Thank you so much.